My dear viewers, once again, I am forced to rely upon the wonders of modern technology to act as my voice for this review. You may recall some time ago, I reviewed a horrendous piece of crap that was so unforgivingly awful that I had lost the majority of my brain cells. Well, please allow me to reassure you that that is not the case today. Oh no, my friends. In this particular case, the film in question is so mind-numbingly good and so intensely scary that it has placed me in a state of shock which I am still slowly recovering from. The experience of seeing this film was so incredible, it scared my goatee right off of my face. It may be a while until it can gain the courage to grow back. This is without a doubt one of the best horror films I've seen this year so far, and just a plain good film overall. It is so good that it more than makes up for the train wreck that was A Cure for Wellness, in that it is a horror film that is also an original concept, not based upon any pre-existing media. If you will bear with me and my digital voice for just a few minutes, I will gladly explain why this film is just so damn good, and why you should see it immediately after this review. The story follows a young photographer named Chris, played by Daniel Kaluuya, who goes on a weekend trip with his girlfriend to visit her parents. As you would expect, there is some lightly expected tension from the family at the prospect of their daughter being in an interracial relationship, but they seem to be trying their best not to judge. Throughout the visit, Chris notices some strange things happening. The only other black people around are employees of the household, not helped by the notion that every other black person he encounters is plainly,
Yo.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
well, slightly off their rocker, to put it mildly. Anyway, he is also under constant suspicion that he is being targeted, both figuratively and literally. Then when his girlfriend's mother messes with his mind by putting him under hypnosis, things start to really go over the edge, and his real nightmare begins. To say anything about the story beyond that would require spoilers, which I am absolutely not going to provide in this review, because, again, you must see this movie. From a technical standpoint it is pretty solid. The cinematography is bright, colorful and full of beautiful creative flair, proving that just because you're making a horror film, you don't have to make it all dark and desaturated. The editing, acting, music and direction are all top of the line, but where this film really shines is in its writing. This film was written and directed by Jordan Peele, who most of you will recognize as the guy who does that really great imitation of President Obama, seen here with his comedy partner Keegan-Michael Key as President Obama's anger translator.
The country has voted for a new president.
Trump!
Here we go.
Oh man, come on, really? Let's talk about the Trump! How did this happen, man? Get the
Jordan Peele has thus far been a comedy artist. He started out as a performer and writer for Mad TV, so watching him make his directorial debut with a horror film is totally and strangely amazing. I cannot go so far as to say that he is a great director yet, as this is only his first film as director. However, I am happy to say that I am excited for whatever comes next. The writing is the best part of this film because, without spoiling anything, it does something very unexpected. It dives into a subject matter that, to my knowledge, had not really been explored yet, at least not in the movies. Yes, it is a story about racism, but it is about a different kind of racism. It rather cleverly explores and comments upon what I am going to refer to as reverse racism, where it's not about hating someone because of their skin color, but overly admiring someone for their genetic advantages. It's a story about superiority and inferiority complexes, and how petty such things truly are. Also, how dangerous they can truly be. It rather reminded me of Zootopia. While these two films are in every other way nothing alike, they are only similar in that they are both clever films that explore and comment on the nature of racism, and how it's not something that can really be turned off, but rather something we need to face and defeat, both from other people and from within ourselves. Even if you are not a fan of horror films, you owe it to yourself to see this movie. It is an intelligent, clever, chilling, mind-teasing, and occasionally funny film that will guarantee you a great time at the movies. Also, if you are a fan of horror films, and you've already seen A Cure for Wellness, first, I'm sorry you sat through that piece of crap, and two, this film will renew your love for horror, I promise. Please go see this movie and please don't wait for it to come out on video. See it in theaters this very minute. One more thing. If the jackasses who are putting out links to free downloads of this movie are watching this right now, I have only one thing to say to them.
Right, stop that! Silly!
Stop it right now. This movie deserves your box office money, and you are doing the film a great disservice. If you're not willing to give this film your own money, then you have no right to try and stop others from doing so. Take your supposed free download and stick it right up the darkest receptacle of your body, because you are everything that is wrong with the modern age of cinema. May the movie gods show you pity, because I never will. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Norm, telling you when Hollywood gets things wrong, and when they get things right. Thank you all for watching.